that your spouse might be one of those 36 million Ashley Madison users that was just outed by all these hackers, possibly log on to Trustify.info. It is dubbed the Uber of private investigators, and in the last 24 hours, this site has compiled, get this, a searchable database that allows people to use known email addresses to see if there is a match to their cheating significant other. Let's bring in Trustify founder and CEO, Danny Boice. Danny, you've had this for a while, but this seems to be the bonanza for your site. How is traffic right now?
Oh, it's been just higher than we ever expected. So we're doing a couple dozen searches per second right now. We've added over 50,000 new users just today so far, and the day's not even over. It's really just been incredible.
And how did you get all this info? I mean, how do you get this database together so quickly? That, to me, from a technology standpoint, is fascinating.
Yeah. So our business is we aggregate thousands of private investigators, and these investigators know where to look for this kind of data. So we were able to obtain the data and quickly put a search tool up for people that were suspicious or people who thought they were a user or might be exposed through the hack as well to search.
Okay, I have to ask you, Nick, is this legal in your opinion?
Oh, sure. Once the information is published, it's protected by the First Amendment. As long as anybody who's publishing the information didn't do anything illegal to get it, they're going to be protected. You wouldn't have an action against them.
But I guess, John, the thing is, though, this information was hacked information. You know, these people, this was hacked. This was, I guess, illegally hacked into Ashley Madison's website. So can a divorce lawyer spouse use this information they're getting from?
We can only use, and I've handled thousands of divorces, you can only use information that you gather legally. So if it's legally on this website and you get the information, that's great. But here's the other thing. Two things. If you suspect your spouse is cheating, you don't have to spend any money to find that out, because if you suspect it, it's probably happening, number one. And number two, no court in the country cares anymore. Adultery is no longer, I mean, it can be a ground for divorce, but no state in the United States needs it as a ground of divorce, because we all have no-fault divorce. So my suggestion, with all due respect to your other guests, save your money. If you're going to get divorced, go ahead and file for divorce.
Well, okay, well, Danny, though, but I mean, I'm wondering if the cheaters themselves have any recourse, and if they could go after you for saying, hey, look, you're outing me. My wife or husband just logged on and I'm busted. It's your fault, Danny. Are you worried about that at all?
No, I don't. Not at all. I mean, Trustify is very good at finding data online or in real life using investigators. There's nothing different from how we operate versus how private investigators have operated going back to when Abraham Lincoln was president. We just happen to be more modern, and we have a model that the average consumer can afford. So all we're doing is essentially democratizing the private investigator industry that's existed for well over 100 years.
Danny, talk about timing and opportunity. You had it, and you used it. Danny Boice of Trustify, and Nick and John, thank you so much to both of you.
Thank you.
So many legal things to go through today. Guys, thanks to all of you. Great discussion.
Okay.
All right, well, coming up, everyone, one company thinks that it can make space travel easier by, get this, building a 12-mile high space elevator. Is this realistic? Is it a pie-in-the-sky idea? Get it? The scientist behind this idea is going to join us and hopefully explain how this is supposed to work. And coming up as well, we're going to talk about distracted driving. Jeff Flock is behind the wheel in Dearborn, Michigan, to do a live report about how Ford is researching that very topic. Jeff, what you got?
Cheryl, what better way to demonstrate distracted driving than doing a live television broadcast with a microphone in my hand at 70 miles an hour? But don't worry, if we virtual one. How to head off the real ones when we come back. Just a
So how are we going to afford this?
We'll find a way.
It's these new regulations they're pushing in Washington that worry me. They want to make it really hard to get advice from our financial advisor.
No more help from Ann? Even with our IRA and 401k savings?
Well, only if we want to pay a lot more. Otherwise, we'll be talking to a robot on the phone.
Oh, we'll never get the information we need. We're going to call our senators.
Tell Congress, fix this now.
As the host of a popular home improvement show, I know a lot about finding a great contractor for home repairs and improvement projects. Now there's HomeAdvisor.com, a free service that matches your project to top local service professionals. It isn't just a list. With just a few clicks, you're matched to service pros for exactly the type of work that you need done.
You're able to read other customer reviews. It's a system that I will always use.
Home Advisor conducts criminal and financial background checks on their service professionals. You can even use their cost guide to find out what hundreds of other repair and improvement projects cost in your area.
Home Advisor is a total solution to any type of work you would ever want to do around your house.
Their patented ProFinder technology matches you with top pros, then lets you pick the one you think works best.
It's absolutely free, and it's there for you 24/7.
Go to homeadvisor.com now to get started on your next project.
Home Advisor.